The podcast Above the Influence, formerly Under the Influence, dropped some wild claims about Blackpink's Jennie, IU, and Big Bang's T.O.P. Just look at these headlines. Blackpink Jennie accused of making a tape with a billionaire hair, and IU is give a price tag of $500K. Seriously, I'm beyond disgusted with this podcast and the way how casually they are naming some of the big names in K-pop industry for clout chasing.
All the K-pop stars in Korea are and all the Korean actresses are. Apparently, with every Korean celebrity actress, there's a price tag on their head. IU, $500,000 a night.
And he Jennie from Blackpink.
Like he paid for her?
Yeah, paid for her and has this video and showed me this video, and that's how I know it was real. And I was like, what?
This podcast somehow managed to get out of their previous controversies and rebranded themselves as Above the Influence. But I wish this time they don't get away with this, and rightfully so. Now, let's be real for a second. I've talked about this on the channel before, and I'm not going to sit here and act like sponsorship culture or prostitution doesn't exist in the K-pop industry. It's a dark reality. We've seen cases like Jennie in 2016, where she was charged with prostitution and faced a fine. There have been whispers about sponsors, wealthy people who exploit power dynamics to get close to idols for years. You should check out this video, Male and Female Trainees Falling into Sponsorship Traps. It's a systemic issue tied to money, power, and the pressure on idols to succeed in a cutthroat industry. And it sucks. It's heartbreaking to think about young artists, women and men, being put in these situations. This is some ugly stuff that I have called out previously, but here's where I draw the line. Just because this issue exists doesn't mean you get to throw out names like Jennie and IU like it's nothing. That's where Above the Influence is so freaking stupid. Jennie is a global superstar, breaking records as a soloist. IU is literally Korea's sweetheart, a cultural icon who's been open about her struggles. These women have fought tooth and nail to build their careers, and you're gonna sit on a podcast and say they're out here selling themselves for cash with no proof? That's not just irresponsible. It's cruel. It's defamation. And don't get me started on the T.O.P. stuff. Dragging him into Burning Sun rumors with some secondhand gossip, it's lazy and disgusting. These hosts are out here profiting off lies, knowing it'll get clicks, and it's hurting real people. I will get into all of this. First up, they went after Blackpink's Jennie. According to Korea Boo, Wootak claimed he attended a summer camp with the son of a BMW heir, one of the Quant family heirs, who allegedly paid to sleep with Jennie and even had an intimate tape as proof. Y'all, I can't even say that with a straight face. This is beyond ridiculous. Not only is there zero evidence to back this up, but it's just a recycled trope thrown at Jennie to tear her down. This happened in 2019 during whole Burning Sun scandal as well, when one of the online trolls, or should I say rumor starters, they claimed Jennie was seen in 2 short video clips supposedly saying, "Stop filming." It sounds fake already, but it got worse when people started spreading that nonsense everywhere, claiming she was one of the victims in the scandal. For those who don't know, during Burning Sun scandal, JJY and Seungri, former Big Bang members and others, were accused of mocha, which is secretly filming without consent, and then distributing in the chat rooms. And during that time, not only Jennie, but also other actresses and idols were being said to be one of the victims, including Jung Yumi, Lee Chung-ah, Oh Yeon-seo, and even Jihyo from Twice. Well, YG Entertainment, who don't really release statements or take steps to protect Blackpink, surprisingly did release a statement denying all of this. Every single one of them, including Jennie, denied the rumors, and their agencies. They weren't having it either. They threatened lawsuits and called the whole thing baseless. Not only was this taking attention away from the real victims, but it was also seriously harmful to the idols being dragged into it. The only difference between the trolls from 2019 and these people now is, back then, they were faceless keyboard warriors. Now they've just got a mic and a podcast. Jennie, a global icon, being reduced to this kind of slander. It's disgusting. And the fact that they're tossing around terms like sex tape for clout. That's next level irresponsibility and load of garbage. Then, this influencer Kira doubled down, saying female idols engage in high-level escort work. Now, I can't say I fully dismiss the possibility, because shady stuff does happen behind the scenes in every industry. She said, and I quote, "Apparently, with every K-pop, Korean celebrity, actress, there's a price tag on their head, and if you're rich enough, a Chinese businessman, you can go to these entertainment companies and request spending a night, even with top K-pop stars." It's not even clear if she's speaking from personal experience, insider info, or just repeating gossip. That kind of statement is super damaging, especially when you're using real names. She even threw out a number, saying a night with IU would cost $500,000. Excuse me? IU, one of Korea's most respected artists, reduced to this. This isn't just gossip, it's straight up defamation. Kira claims she's got insider knowledge, but where's the proof? Oh right, there isn't any. This is just them spewing harmful stereotypes about female idols, painting them as commodities. It's lazy, it's gross, and it's so 2010. And if that wasn't enough, Kira also dragged Big Bang into this mess, claiming she dated T.O.P., and that he told her Seungri was a scapegoat for the Burning Sun scandal. According to her, all Big Bang members were involved, but Seungri was paid to take the fall because he was the least popular. Let's be clear, the Burning Sun case is not some internet drama. It was a huge criminal investigation that involved serious crimes, real victims, and a full legal process. Seungri was convicted on multiple charges after months of investigation. So casually throwing around accusations like this is reckless. It's downright harmful. This is not a tea. This is not a gossip to discuss like this on podcast. This is a case involving horrible stuff that happened to the real victims. When people make wild claims just to stir up drama, they're not only disrespecting the idols involved, they're disrespecting the victims too. And that's not edgy or bold. It's gross. Plus, TOP's been out of the spotlight for almost 8 years and made a comeback with Squid Game Season 2, which again, netizens wanted to cancel him. Why drag him into this? He has already been through a lot. It's just clout-chasing nonsense. These podcasters have already been in tons of controversy under their old name Under the Influence, and now they've rebranded as Above the Influence. New name, new co-host Kira, same old mess. Honestly, if they keep pulling stunts like this, they're gonna get canceled again real quick. If you don't know their history, let me catch you up. Esther, one of the original hosts, made some seriously offensive comments about Black women's bodies. Many women straight up called it racist.
People did not ask for this apology. We never did, and we usually never do. The reason that they're apologizing is because they don't want to lose their sponsorships and taint their brand. This is their brand, Nectar Seltzer. That's what they're more concerned about, how their image looks and how it's going to affect their brand and their money. Second of all, yes, this is inherently racist. Like, what's not clicking? Like, it's so racist. It goes back to the times where they would do multiple procedures on Black women for science without anesthetic, saying that Black women don't feel pain. Black women don't feel pain during childbirth. They're much larger down there, so they're not going to feel pain. It's racism! Oh my gosh!
Then they were accused of victim blaming when a creator named Elena shared her experience as a DV survivor. Her ex, who was Korean, mistreated her, and she spoke about how real-life Korean men aren't always like the K-drama fantasy. Instead of showing empathy, the podcast boys basically said it was her fault to believe Korean mans are nice, as they are shown in K-dramas. That's straight up victim blaming.
Experience in Korea, and I commented on it. And sometimes you just have a conversation with friends, you see something, you blurt out your first initial thoughts.
So you watched this video and the first thing that you blurted out that came to your mind was it was her fault. You forgot to mention the part where you were reacting to a video where she was showing her injuries. You also forgot to apologize for calling her racist because she said that her boyfriend was Korean. 20% of DV victims in Korea do not get justice. Elena was one of the 10% that was brave enough to speak out. So many people choose not to speak out because of people like you.
They even tried to come for Drew Afualo. Yeah, Drew. The queen of TikTok clapbacks. One of the guys purposely mispronounced her last name, calling her Drew Aflufalo, like it was some kind of joke. Total disrespect. Not just to her, but also to her Samoan heritage, which she's super proud of. Then they went on to call her the female version of a red pill man. The red pill term comes from the Matrix, but in internet culture, it's been twisted into this whole toxic manosphere thing, where guys talk about how evil women are and act like they're the victims of feminism. So basically, they tried to say Drew is toxic because she built her platform by roasting sexist men. But the truth is, Drew doesn't hate men. She just doesn't tolerate misogyny. After all that backlash, you'd think they'd chill. But nope, they're back again, spreading the same kind of garbage. And now they've set their sights on K-pop idols. Here's why this whole thing is so damaging. First off, the claims are completely baseless. No proof, no receipts. Just two people on a podcast trying to sound edgy. Second, this isn't even new. Rumors about K-pop idols being involved in escort work or sponsorship deals have been circulating for years, and it's always aimed at female idols, which just screams misogyny. Sure, sponsorships are a real thing in the entertainment world. We're not denying that. But acting like every idol is up for sale? That's just straight up dehumanizing. Throwing out wild claims like a night with IU costs $500K, you're not exposing some dark secret. You're reducing a respected artist to a price tag. IU has spent years building her career, her image, her artistry. But now you're out here adding fuel to the fire of conspiracy theories that have followed her forever, and just casually dropping in a brand new one like it's nothing. It's not just disrespectful, it's dangerous. This kind of rumor mongering crosses a line. And let's be real, this podcast knows exactly what they're doing. They're profiting off lies because they know fans will react. They're not just casually chatting about celebrities. They're dragging real people through the mud. Fans on X and TikTok are already calling for Jennie to take legal action, and honestly, I hope she does. It's time people like this face real consequences. Anyway, what do you think about this whole mess? Drop a comment. I want to hear your thoughts.